Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Krista. I'm the creator behind Krista's Crochet. I like to share fun vlogs and projects, so grab your yarn and let's chat. Good morning everyone. Today is June 16th. It feels weird starting a vlog on a Monday knowing that my Friday video is already done. Kind of. It's filmed, it's just not edited yet. So the plan for today was to do some admin work. I don't know if you can really count it as admin work, but I had quite a few videos to edit. As I mentioned in last video, I got accepted onto Palm Street as a seller, and I need to set up my Palm Street. And then I just kind of needed to see where I was at with all my videos because I have so many started videos right now. I just kind of need to get it like squared away. If I sound weird, I'm kind of having some allergies right now and it's starting to hurt my throat. I don't know why. I've been doing really good about getting some short form content ready. I've been keeping up with it with my blanket. So I have a bunch of videos like started or already finished because I have like the daily updates, but then I'm doing like one big transition video. So however, I have a friend who she's had a bad couple of hours, so I'm going to be heading to her house in a little bit just to keep her company. I think she's like still getting up and stuff right now, so I will be over there working all day. She will also be working from home, so I will still be able to get some work done. I don't know if I'm going to do as much like admin stuff like I wanted to, but we will see. Anyways, things I want to accomplish in this week's video. Obviously, my 6-day star blanket, I'm going to continue working on it. I'm pretty proud of myself, like for it being like a longer term project or a bigger project. I've been keeping up with it pretty good. I'm looking at my tracker right now. I started June 8th and the last day I worked on it was June 15th. And I only skipped 2 days of not working on it completely, so I am very proud of myself for that. Whatever I don't get done today, I can probably finish tonight when I get home. I also don't work tomorrow because me and the same friend are going to see How to Train Your Dragon. And I think that means I have to crochet toothless now, but we will see. I really want to make progress on my book tracker project. I know I've been saying that for weeks now. But now that my pattern test and custom are done, I've like started really thinking about working on it. So maybe I'll bring that to her house today. I've been talking about doing the beta fish. I don't know if that will be a this week thing or not. I also really want to do the Harley Davidson tapestry I've been talking about. We will see if that happens. I've been thinking about the future a lot. That kind of sounds weird. All my future content and stuff. I feel like now that I started the 6-day star blanket series, it's going to be a lot easier for me to consistently get out content. And I fully believed I was going to be able to post every single day, and that's just so unrealistic, honestly. Even though so far I've gotten like 9 or 10 videos out of my 6-day star blanket, I keep like thinking about doing series for everything I make long term. Like I have a blanket I'm working on for an old supervisor. I have a cardigan started. I have the tablecloth I keep talking about. And I feel like I really need to get ahead on my content as well when I have surgery. And I know I'm like totally milking like this whole surgery thing. Like it is a very minor surgery, don't get me wrong. It's just the recovery is going to suck since I can't sit for 3 weeks. So I'm allowed to lay down or stand, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to stand for how long. I really don't know what standing is going to be like, at least the first few days of surgery, because I would probably be like tired and sore from the surgery. I don't even know if it'll be good for me to stand up for long periods of time, or if I'm just gonna be living on my stomach for 3 weeks. So I'm just like thinking about a lot of stuff like that because I really do think I'm going to work on the tablecloth for my stepmom during that 3-week recovery. assuming I can figure out how to crochet on my stomach. When my cyst first started, and before I knew it was a cyst, I was like laying on my stomach a lot because I could not lay on my back because of how much pain I was in. And I noticed like laying down like that, I'd get really bad upper back pain. So I don't know what to do about that, honestly. Anyways, that's enough yapping for now because I know I am very boring to listen to sometimes, probably. I don't know if I'll check back in today. I don't know how long I'm going to be at my friend's house. But regardless, I will check in tomorrow with all the progress I made today. Hey friends, today is June 17th. I spent a good portion of my day crocheting yesterday. I did not get all the admin tasks done that I wanted to, but it's totally fine. Nothing was like in a time crunch. But what I did do yesterday is I worked on my 6-day star blanket for 7 hours, which is like actually insane. Like, it's big enough to like actually work as a blanket right now, but I'm still committing to that last skein. I might sound a little sick. I think it's just allergies because, you know, Florida and allergies. But I did get a chance to work on editing some videos, which is something I've been neglecting for the past few weeks. So I am happy I was able to get that done, or at least get it like situated. Well, I was gonna show you that I made the numbers for my book tracker project, and I have my number 2, but I appear to have lost the other 2 I made. If I have to remake them, I'm going to be very sad. But I'm like working on making 2025 to put on the tracker or on the garland. And I got through 202, I just need to do 5. I'm probably going to go look for those because I really don't want to remake them. What I did decide I'm going to do is like I'm going to make bigger leaves and sew these on there because yes, it does look like the number 2 right now, but it's like not very like stuck in that position. So I just need to make sure it stays like that. I'm just very lost on where they went. That is my luck. So for the rest of the day, besides looking for the numbers that I'm missing and finishing them, I might work on my blanket a little bit. I'm like really itching to get this done, so we'll see how long I spend on it today. But I really want to make progress on the book tracker project. I might go drop off my custom order at the post office, we will see. But my friend and I are going to see the live action How to Train Your Dragon tonight. And we watched all 3 of them yesterday, so yeah, I have that to look forward to. I wish I could crochet at the movie theater, but I think it'll be too dark in there for me to do anything, but we'll see. I will talk to you guys in a little bit with any progress I make. So it's a few hours since the last time I filmed. I did in fact find the other 2 numbers that I thought I lost, and I crocheted the 5. I'd been debating like what to do with the numbers. Like, do I make it into a flower? Do I just like let them hang on the vine? Do I put them on a leaf? And I originally tried like crocheting a leaf for them to be on. This was my one failed attempt. It doesn't really look like a leaf. I tried following a leaf pattern. I tried double stranding the yarn and using a bigger hook, but there was just like no way where I could get it good enough that would fit the numbers. So I ended up crocheting little green rectangles to put them on. I cheated a little bit and hot glued them on, but the numbers were like basically just appliques, and typically you glue on appliques. It just made a lot more sense just to hot glue it, especially it's a like for me project. It's not like somebody is going to be receiving this. This is what I did. I guess you can kind of see it now. But yeah, my 2025. I think I'm gonna kind of just like hang it on there or like crochet it into the vine. I think I might do a rose for the beginning bigger flower and double strand my yarn again, and then do the 2025 and then put on my first flower. I'm also like trying to think ahead because I'm going to make short form content with all of it, so I need to think about what I want to do for each flower. I also feel like I've gone behind on reading, but when I have my second surgery and I have to lay down for 3 weeks, that'll be a perfect time to read. I think I'm going to be reading Throne of Glass while I'm recovering, like the whole series, because a lot of people have told me I need to read Throne of Glass. So I think I want to read Throne of Glass, and I want to read the 2 new Hunger Games books, because I was really obsessed with Hunger Games when I was younger. And I haven't read the 2 new books, which is like shocking. But I also thought about like rereading the first 3 as well, because I haven't read them since I was in 5th grade. So I was like 10 or 11. And I feel like reading them now at 23 will make me like appreciate them more. But yeah, if anybody has any book recommendations for when I'm recovering, let me know, because I'm sure I'm going to read a ton in those 3 weeks. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be crocheting for. I'm still going to the movies at 7 tonight. It's almost 4, but we're getting Chick-fil-A at 6. So I probably should be getting ready by now, but totally fine. I've had a couple days off of work, but I do go back to work tomorrow, but I don't work until I'm closing tomorrow, so I'll have all morning to crochet. And maybe I'll crochet a little bit when I get back from the movies. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, today's June 18th. I'm not sure if you can see the dogs behind me, but we are currently dog sitting my stepbrother and his wife's dog. This is Penny. She's a long-haired dachshund. I am trying to hold her in the proper way for dachshund, but she's being difficult. She's only, I think she's around 5 years old, and unfortunately she is deaf. But her and Bella love playing with each other, so you might see her pop in for the next week or so. I love her, but they have been absolutely pains in my butts. Penny is sleeping in my room, and she cries at night a lot. But yeah, they love playing with each other. Bella. Anyways, I do think I am sick, but it is totally fine. I go back to work today after a couple days off. I also saw the live action How to Train Your Dragon last night, and you guys, it was so good. I'm not one to get emotional over movies, but the live action definitely made me more emotional than the animated version, and it was so funny. There was a part in the movie, I won't spoil it, but it was like a very dramatic moment, and it was like dead silent in the theater. And this little girl behind me goes, "Come on, Toothless." And I think I saw the same girl like crying outside the theater. It was so cute. She could not have been older than like 8 or 9. It was so sweet. I made progress on my book tracker project. Here she is so far. I've been doing like 2 leaves in between everything. So far I only got 1 book on here, and I absolutely love the way it looks. So I am very happy. I decided to redo it. Though I'm still kind of debating, like, should I have done the 2025 or just left it? But I think it's fine. But I am finally watching season 5 of You, and so I think I'm going to continue to binge watch that and work on my book tracker project. I didn't work on my blanket at all yesterday. I spent a majority of the day doing the numbers and stuff, so. Anyways, I will see how much progress I can make on it, and I will talk to you guys later. Hey everyone, today is June 22nd. It has been quite a few days since I talked to you guys. I very much so was sick. I feel so much better now. I'm still like a little bit congested and stuff, but I think that's just all the like drainage. I also have not been home alone, and I've been working a lot, so, and the dogs have been keeping me very busy. They like to play a lot, and it gets kind of noisy. And Penny also likes to be right next to me at all times when my parents aren't home. I did not get my video edited in time for Friday. I am debating, do I edit it and post it today, or do I let myself get behind another week? And my vote is just letting myself get behind another week, because then if I get this like behind on my vlogs, it should be pretty smooth sailing. Pre-recovery and post-recovery from surgery too. I know that's kind of all I talk about right now, But if you know me, I get really nervous about things like those. Like, up until this year, I've never really had anything like crazy medical issues. Never had like an ER visit, a hospital stay, ambulance ride, surgery. I have asthma, and that's basically it, and my asthma is so mild. I don't take any medications for it. I don't have an inhaler. So I have like been pretty healthy my whole life. So it's been like really scary, I'm not gonna lie. Especially, I know I've mentioned like with my mom passing away, that does not help either. I do work today. I picked up a last minute shift. And because it's Sunday, we close early on Sundays. So that, yes, I'll get home earlier, but I also will have to go in earlier. But it's 8:13. It's very early in the morning, but I'm a morning person, so it's fine. I don't go until 3, and I usually have to leave by like 2:20 to make it there in time. So I have a lot of hours to crochet and do stuff, and I really just kind of need to like sit down and figure out where I am with my footage and all that stuff. I don't have a very good organization system. Every time I film, I have to upload it to Dropbox and then download it, which doesn't seem hard. I have the free version of Dropbox, and you only get like 2 gigabytes of storage. That's a little less than 20 minutes worth of footage. So I'm constantly like having to upload and download and delete and start the process again. So yesterday I hung out with my friend, and on her way to the house, I finally went to the post office. I dropped off my loaf cat commission, and I finally mailed the loaf cat I made for my niece months ago. I forgot to film. I was so mad at myself. I was literally walking on the sidewalk into the post office, and I thought about it. I almost ran back to my car and filmed. But I was at the point where I'm like, I just need to get this done and over with. I honestly felt so dumb at the post office because I have been using my college's post office for like the past 4.5 years. And the system there is very basic, like what they offer and stuff. So I went in, and I was just so overwhelmed with choices and stuff. When the store is open, they have these like big green bins that you can just throw your packages into that are prepaid. I'm assuming that, I'm not sure if that is something all post offices have. Also, in addition to only using my college's post office, the post office I had when I was still living in Pennsylvania, very, very, very small. Yeah, no package drop off. They took out the letter drop off on the inside, stuff like that. Not much going on in there. But this one, it was huge, and it had the self-service and all the different package options, because I had a box for the loaf cat, and then I got a bubble mailer for the loaf cat for my niece. I knew I had to like pay for the bubble mailer, but I didn't know if I could like pay for it and pay for the shipping at the same time, or if I had to pay for it, go back, write all my information on it, package it. Like, as dumb as that sounds, it's not something you really think about until you're doing it. But honestly, now I know for next time, I'm just gonna use my own packaging, because they can like weigh it and ship it there. I knew they could do that because I did that all the time when I was still in South Carolina, but I thought maybe there was like a better option there. But now I know what to make it easier for next time. But the one cool thing is they have like a 24/7 package drop off. Not that I get many Etsy orders for it to matter too much, but that is very good to know. And then with my friend, she and I, we went and got tacos yesterday. I got a quesadilla because I really don't like tacos, but anyways. And then we also went to the mall up there, which it's huge compared to the one we work in. Like, this one is 2 stories. In our mall, there's a couple 2-story stores. The whole mall is in 2 stories. The store that we work in, there's also a location at the mall we went to. We didn't go in, but we walked past it, and it was just like, it was really weird seeing it now, like a different location, now that I work there. and just like knowing all the stuff I know. But it was pretty dead inside. I'm like, it would be a lot more chill at that location, but I kind of like the chaos. It makes my shifts go by fast. And then after the mall, we went to Hobby Lobby, and I do have a haul to do from Hobby Lobby. And I won't lie, I kind of debated on even showing this or talking about how I went to Hobby Lobby, because I am fully aware of the controversy behind Hobby Lobby and that what the company does isn't always great. But in my opinion, if we stop shopping at every single company that did something bad or controversial or whatever, we would probably have nowhere left to shop. And that's honestly all I'm going to say on it. And honestly, the deals there were extremely good. And there's just some things I definitely could not pass up on, and some things I've needed and wanted for a while, and I was finally able to get them. So anyways, I'm just gonna get right into my haul. I got a bag of polyfill. I'm very excited to have a little bit more polyfill just to get me through for a while. And then the big thing that I got at Hobby Lobby that I'm very excited for, I've been eyeing this at Michael's and Amazon. It was like almost 50% off at Hobby Lobby. I got this like little organizer thing. Very cute. And I'm going to put all my safety eyes in it. Finally. It took everything in me not to open this yesterday. I was very excited about it. I am very glad I did not buy it at Michael's or on Amazon. But I am going to be filling it today. Right now I have all my glitter safety eyes in a literal Prada box. The box is actually for glasses, and I had to have my prescription glasses shipped to me when I was still in South Carolina. And my prescription glasses are Michael Kors, but they like, the case that comes with the glasses isn't like a hard case, so they must have just threw this Prada box in there. The reason why I kept it is because one of my favorite K-pop groups, they are Prada ambassadors or something like that, so I thought it'd just be funny to keep. But all my eyes are in there. If you can see, I don't want to dump it out, but I will also put like my normal safety eyes in there, so there's that. Then I got these needle storage tubes. Yeah, I have a lot of needles that I needed storage for because the tubes I already had, they were getting pretty full. And then the last thing I got was this turtle macrame kit. I've wanted to do macrame for so long, so very excited. So I have some other things going on. I am doing a pattern test for Crochet by Jenna, her mini unicorn pattern. Very excited for that one. I still have my 6-day star blanket to do. I have not worked on it in like 5 days. I have not worked on it in 5 days, which is like awful. I swear I had something else too. I don't remember. I'm not sure what you guys are gonna see in this vlog. I need to see how long it is. But I will hopefully get that done today, like finally going through everything. So I'll see where I get today, and I'll maybe talk to you guys later. If not, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, today is June 23rd. I did not get nearly as much done crocheting yesterday as I would have liked. My day 8 update for my star blanket is going to be really embarrassing, but it's totally fine. In the last clip, I included a time lapse of me organizing all my safety eyes. And here it is. I pretty much put them all in the bottom just so it would like weigh it down and wouldn't become top heavy. But I basically organized it like the bottom, these bottom 3 are the eyes and the backs, and these are the colored discs for them. And then these 4 are just my black safety eyes. My 12 millimeter, I had to separate into two because I had too many. It is like, it's literally packed. Like, you can't even hear it shaking. I knew these were small, obviously, when I was looking at them, but when I like actually started putting everything in there, I'm like, wow, this is actually really small, but it's fine. It works for now. I can still continue to use it for other stuff, craft related to in the future, if I find something different for my safety eyes. Just what I really liked about this is like these like stay shut and clip shut. So I really like that. But yeah, I'm going to try and get more crocheting done today because I already know I'm scheduled for today. It's not going to be something where I pick up a shift last minute and go in last minute. So I know to take the time in the morning to crochet now. I'm like basically recovered from being sick, so I feel a lot better. I'm just like still draining. I started watching Love Island yesterday because I kept seeing it on TikTok and I got really curious. Tell me why I put on the UK version. When I had looked it up to see what it was on, it said Hulu. And when I went to Hulu and hit the US version, there weren't any recent seasons. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I checked the UK version because that also like came up like on the featured or whatever. And that was like, those episodes were coming out. So I started watching the UK version of Love Island, and then I had some coworkers talking about it last night. I saw more stuff on TikTok, and I'm like, these names just aren't lining up. And I was very much so correct because everyone is watching the US version on Peacock. So I don't know if I'm going to continue watching it now. I didn't get that invested into the UK version, but like now that I started it, like I kind of want to finish it. But we'll see. So I have to do my blanket update, and then I am going to crochet. I have my coffee in my Harry Styles cup. I have some YouTube on. I'm not like a huge gamer or anything, but my one like guilty pleasure is Stardew Valley. And there's one YouTuber, Poxiel. I really enjoy watching his videos. Sometimes it's like not even for the gaming content. He just does like really funny commentary over his videos, which makes it super entertaining. I also need to start that unicorn, and I'm debating on going to Michael's and finding some of the Posh Pearl or Cozy Cub to do it with. But we'll see. Everyone can also say hi to Penny. She just stepped on my laptop. Yeah. Her parents are gonna come get her in a few days. I'm sad and also happy. She sleeps in my room, but she cries every night. And it's not because she needs to go outside, because we take her out before we go to bed. It's just always how she's been. So I haven't been sleeping very much, but she's also so sweet. You've probably seen her in the background of a few of my other videos too, or other clips I filmed. If I can accomplish a lot, I will talk to you guys later or tomorrow. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day. I finished the round I was working on my blanket, and I did another full round. Then I took a break and I ate breakfast. And now I'm deciding to work on my book tracker project. I don't know if I really showed you guys the like updated version. I don't know if I showed you guys what I had made progress on, but I got 2 flowers on so far. And I still have 10 more flowers to go of what I already have finished. I've only read 1 book since the last time I made flowers, so I still need to make a flower for that one, but it's not a big deal right now. But here it is so far, And then I lined up all the other flowers in order of how I read them. So it'll be super easy to get them on. I'm also filming short form content with this, so it's taking me a little bit longer because I have to stop and film, but it's totally fine. It's not taking me too long, but it adds up. I still have about 3 more hours before I have to leave for work, so I'm going to see what I can get done of this. I don't know if I'll work on my blanket anymore before I go to work, but maybe after work. And then, depending, maybe I'll start the unicorn. If I don't start, maybe I'll start the unicorn if I don't work on my blanket before work, but the unicorn isn't due until the 29th, and today is the 23rd. I'm kind of thinking, like, if I can finish my book tracker project today, then I can end next week's video today, and the next video can be my unicorn. I think that sounds like a good plan, but we'll see. I also started watching the US version of Love Island, and I am so much more into it than the UK version. Even though I might go back and watch the UK version since I already started and I like saw them couple up and all of that, but we'll see. Probably until work is going to be spent crocheting because I'm still trying to take it easy when I'm not at work because my cyst still hasn't like fully healed over, which isn't great, but it's not like a bad sign. Just limiting my physical exercise outside of work. Because even though my job isn't necessarily physically demanding, I'm usually on my feet for 5 hours. And sometimes I am like lifting heavy stuff. So it's kind of been my exercise recently because I was going to go get a gym membership. Because I've been going to the gym since I was in like high school. And I had been using my college's gym the past 4 years. So I haven't had to pay for like an actual membership. The week I was planning to go get a gym membership was the week I ended up in the hospital. So I've been just like holding off and seeing like how long it takes for this to heal. And seeing if it's going to be worth getting a gym membership for like 2 months before my second surgery. I'm also trying to do better when talking in front of a camera. I know I talked about before that like editing is very hard because I don't speak in complete thoughts. If you couldn't tell, I just like hesitated there. But I was watching Crochet by Jenna, of course, and she said she looked back at one of her old videos and she noticed like how slow she talked, and that was probably about a year ago. So maybe hopefully in like a year or so I will get much more comfortable talking in front of a camera and can actually like talk in full sentences and full thoughts. It'll make editing so much easier and probably like way less boring for you guys. But my friends who watch my videos, they don't think they're that boring, so that does make me feel good. Anyways, I will be crocheting until I go to work, but I will hopefully talk to you guys before I leave. Okay guys, I just filmed this and sure enough my camera was not recording, and I am getting ready to leave for work in like the next 20 minutes. Hence, that is why I have changed since the last time I talked to you guys. But it's okay, I didn't film very much. But I did finally get caught up with my book tracker project. It's gonna be hard to show you guys, but I know I showed you the 2025 already. And then I have all of the flowers that I made. It is so cute. I guess you can kind of see it like all right here, just not out. I am so obsessed with it. I am so happy I redid it. I was not happy with that snake. Everybody made fun of it. I didn't really like it. It got flagged on TikTok. This is definitely more my vibe and my style. So super happy with this. I'm not sure how I feel about the 2025 though. I might honestly like cut it out or something and put in like just a flower or something, and maybe somehow like very small embroider 2025 on it, or kind of do like block numbers, because I really just don't like this. It's not vibing, especially if I'm gonna like hang it up. But yeah, super happy with that. And I even got Light Lark on there. I did the last flower because I pulled the yarn for it when I finished it. But yeah, that's that. I am super invested into Love Island now. I typically don't watch shows like this. If I'm going to watch a reality show, it's usually like Big Brother, Survivor, and The Amazing Race. But I'm obsessed. Like, I'm ready to go back and watch some of the other seasons now. But we will see about that. For next week's video, I am hoping to finally finish the 6-day star blanket, and I'm going to definitely be doing that unicorn for next video. I really just need to go through all the content I have and see where I'm at, because I still have like the granny square I still have the granny squares in progress. I have all the whips I came in with in 2025. Just a lot of stuff, and I kind of want to wrap all that stuff up before I have my surgery, because when I have my surgery, my recovery project I'm planning is going to be my stepmom's tablecloth. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to crochet on my stomach, but I think that'll just be a good project to work on while I'm recovering. But we will see when that time comes. I think that'll be it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment down below your favorite part of the video. I'd love to hear from you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.